All right, guys, welcome back to YOSTBUILT, and this is a video that I've been wanting to make since the last shop tour, where we get all the cars out, we put them, we start them, you guys get to hear them, and you guys get to see our crazy collection. So in the comments, somebody called me the Dollar General LZ, and I actually went and watched the video he did about having all of his cars in one place at one time. We have 27 cars. We are missing 2 of them right now. I'll explain as we go through the video, but we're going to get started with the Dodge section of our collection. That actually sounded pretty cool and rhymed. And then we'll move down to the shop, and then we'll move to the cars that actually don't run. So we're going to start up each one. I'm going to explain to you what it is and why we bought it, and then or why we bought it or what we're doing to it, and then we'll start it, let you hear the exhaust for a minute, and we'll move on to the next one. So hope you guys are ready for this video. It might be pretty long because we have 20 plus cars. So the first car is not even a car. This is our 2019 Dodge Ram 2500 6.7 diesel. We bought this thing with 1,000 miles on it, brand new from the dealership. We do not plan on modding it. We plan on using this to tow our in-car trailer, which I will show you later. And this thing is all original. It's had 2 oil changes, fuel filter changes, has 27,000 miles on it, and this is probably the most used vehicle we have. We've towed, you know, all the way to Michigan. I've used it to move from Florida. I've used this thing for everything. So my brother's gonna hit you with the cold start on the 6.7, and you can hear this thing purr. We're gonna need some tires soon. We're getting down to the end of the life. She don't make much noise. She's always got stuff in the bed, tools, jacks. We're ready for the track. So that is our 2019 Dodge Ram diesel. Next in the lineup is a video of a car I just introduced not too long ago. This is our Dodge Viper GTS Coupe, 8-liter V10, made 410 horsepower on the dyno, 460 foot-pounds of torque, has a fresh set of wheels and tires on it, has a Borla catback exhaust and smooth intakes. And in the video you guys just watched, you've seen us go 12, 20 at 116. We're gonna give it a cold start and let you hear a roar. So next in the collection of Dodges, this is our Daytona IROC RT. This is a T3 turbo Dodge, has a 3-inch exhaust, has head studs, has a upgraded turbo, but other than that, she's pretty much all stock. This thing went a mid-14. We do have a manifold turbo, bigger intercooler, bigger injectors, E85, everything out of the Spirit to make this car make 400 horsepower. But as of right now, it's just a stock motor with head studs. The transmission is built by Pap from the Turbo Dodge shop. And let's get this thing started so you can hear it. So next in the lineup is the birthday car. If you guys go back on the channel, you'll see this thing. This car was built in October of 1989, which is when I was born. And of course it's an 8-valve, so it doesn't want to run. You got to prime the fuel pump a couple of times. But this is a 1989 Carroll Shelby CSX. This is car number 483. It is all original. As you can see, the only thing that we've done to this is wheels and tires. We put brand new tires on it, and we really haven't touched this car. We bought this car to keep it as a basic restoration project, and we really haven't got to it yet, and it doesn't want to run, so we can just move on to the next car. This is our 1995, there she goes. This is our 1995 Dodge Neon NYG. NYG is referring to the color, nitro yellow green. This thing is a bone stock 2-liter with a little 50 shot of nitrous just for fun at the track. It has a set of BC coilovers on it. As you've seen, we went autocrossing with it. Has a carbon hood, has SRT4 seats in it. And other than that, it's literally just set up for autocross. This is our dual cam turbo Dodge Neon ACR. We just did the video of this. getting dyno tuned. It's a Crane 14 cammed, 2-liter dual cam, has a 6062 on it. This car also has custom suspension, Coney yellows, custom spring rates, all ball joints and everything were replaced. Everything is brand new in the suspension of this car. It is caged to go 950s. So this car is set and ready to go. I'm going to work on tuning this some more off camera, but we're going to get this thing to the track probably this weekend. Next up is our factory AC Delete nitrous single cam neon. This thing made 241 horsepower on the dyno. It has 2 stages of nitrous. It has a 35 shot on the leave on the pedal, and then you have a button for 50 shot after that. We still haven't got this to the track, but I just worked on fixing the tune on startup, and right now all of the Dodges are running. So we're already 6 minutes into this video and we're not even halfway through the cars. So let me cut the clip off here and get down to the shop and show you guys the rest. You can hear those Crane 16, that Crane 14, and stock. She don't even make any noise. Can't even tell she's running. So let's move on to the don't run category of Mopars, and this is our 98 Dodge Neon RT. Well, you can clearly see why it doesn't run. This car will be leaving us soon. This car will be going over to Stephen Morris. As you guys seen in the video, he's the one that built Trailer Park. We've just turned it up and started racing it. He wants this to build a project that's kind of secretive. He wants to, you know, do a awkward hybrid motor build. So this car will be getting swapped for a black CSX if you go and watch the video. That's one car we don't have here currently because it is Michigan. But once we take this to Michigan, we will be getting the black car back. So we're basically just trading a black Neon for a black CSX. Now, sad news, if you guys see over here in the trailer, the Fiat. This is a car that a lot of people like on the channel. A lot of the Fiat people watch the channel because of the dyno videos we did, comparing tunes, comparing intakes, comparing a bunch of parts. Go back and watch those videos and you'll see it. Unfortunately, this car got in an accident. My brother was heading to the store. Somebody that wasn't paying attention pulled out and literally smashed the whole front of the car. Unfortunately, it broke something in the suspension. We're waiting on the insurance company to come look at it, but you can see the whole front end is destroyed. This portion of the frame rail here has bent in a little bit. The door has big dents in it. Everything in the front is basically destroyed. So hopefully the insurance doesn't total it out. We can buy it back and we can continue having fun with it. We'll just have to fix the suspension and everything like that. But as of right now, the Fiat is down for the count. We'll find out what happens when the insurance lets us know. But until then, this is the update on that car. So we got three more Mopars to show you, and then we'll move on to the Honda section. Alright guys, so now we're out behind the shop, and this is 2 of the cars we use for storage. So first off, if you guys go back and watch the video on the PT Cruiser, you guys will know that we have this turbo 5-speed PT Cruiser. It does run technically, but it doesn't like to start because it has no compression. So it takes about an hour to get this thing to run properly. In the future, we plan on maybe fixing it. If not, we will just steal the drivetrain and use it in something else. And then another one of our storage vehicles is this Dodge Ram Hemi. In the future, we are going to do a turbo Hemi build. So of course, the cheapest way to get them is to get you a Dodge Ram pickup truck and steal the Hemi out of it. So this is another truck that's back here, and we're just throwing stuff in it to store it for now. In the future, it will be pulling the motor out, taking it and putting it in a project car. And right now it's just storage. It does technically run. Like I said, this is a part of the video where the cars that don't actually run, but this thing is too rusted to get inspected. So technically we can't drive it on the road. So this is part of the don't run category for our Mopars. So guys, the last Mopar we are going to look at is our 1991 Spirit RT. So this originally comes with the same motor that's up there in the Daytona IROC. Has a T3. If you guys have watched the older videos, you see that we put it on the dyno at first with a eBay 3076. We made 335 horsepower, 350 foot-pounds of torque. Threw E85 at it, turned it up a little bit. We made over 400 horsepower. Then this car has went to the track. It has went high 12s at over 117 miles an hour. And as you know right now, there is no engine in it. So the whole reason for buying Trailer Park, which is our other Spirit that has an SRT4 swap in it, is to completely strip the wiring harness out of this car and make it so that it has a standalone ECU so that we can do full custom tuning, add whatever we want, E85 flex fuel, the whole 9 yards. So once we're done with Trailer Park, which our goal with Trailer Park, if you guys don't know or if I haven't mentioned it in the video, is to beat the Spirit ET record. So right now, currently the Spirit ET record for a turbo Dodge is 1173 at like 126 or 127 miles an hour. I just want to beat that with a stock SRT4 motor or PT-GT motor. And then once we beat that, we're going to take everything out of that car, put it in this car. We're going to put a built motor together with a built head with a lot bigger turbo and aim for 700-800 horsepower and try to put this thing into the 10s, maybe into the 9s, depending on how far we can go with the car. But this thing has all new suspension bushings, all custom made coilover setup. So this thing should 60 foot a lot better than Trailer Park. Trailer Park is literally 100% stock suspension. And if you watch the video, you can see that. The car goes all over the track. It goes wherever it wants. You kind of just aim, shift, and pray. That is kind of the motto of driving that car. And it doesn't have power steering. So when that 500 wheel torque comes on, if you're not holding onto the steering wheel, it will put you into the wall. So now that we've talked about that, we're going to get to our 2 GMs. I know I always get slack because we don't have GMs in the videos, but we do have a 04 5.7 GTO. This is my mom's car. If you go back and watch an older video, you'll see that we took this thing to the track and it was pitifully slow. We plan on fixing it. It needs clutch master, clutch slave, clutch. This car hasn't really been super well maintained because it's lived up here in Pennsylvania its whole life. So we're going to get tires, rotors, do everything to get this thing up to proper working condition. And then of course we're going to take it back to the track and see what it actually runs. Other than that, we have our Saturn. So made a couple videos with the Saturns. I haven't really done much with them. Once we get a couple more of our projects running, we're going to get to work on the Saturn. So we have 2 options for the Saturns. We actually have 3 LSJ motors. We have 3 transmissions, 2 of them being LSD. We have a turbo kit. We have 3 supercharger kits. So we can kind of do whatever we want. I'm pretty much thinking that we throw it back together, stock as we can get it. Maybe throw head studs and a gasket on it. We supercharge it, make it run properly, take it to the track, see what it runs, and then show you guys the progression of supercharge, pulley down the supercharger, make as much boost as we can with HP tuners. Of course, we'll be tuning it. And then once we get to where we think the little M62 supercharger can't make any more power, we will take it all off, we will turbocharge it, and then we'll make some real power. So hope you guys are interested in the Saturn videos. But now let's get to my favorite section, the Hondas. So just like those 2 lone GM cars, we have 1 lone survivor. That is my 2013 Nismo Nissan Juke. A lot of people know this car. This thing has been all around the nation. I've been to Pocono Dragway, or Pocono Road Course, Sebring. I've been to Daytona. I've autocrossed at all 3. I've been to Cletus and Cars probably 10 times with this thing down at down at Bradenton Motorsports Park. I have been everywhere with this thing. This is my daily driver when it's nice out, and this thing is probably one of the most fun cars that I've ever built for a budget and still have fun daily driver. Has AC, power steering, makes 250 horsepower, 250 foot-pounds of torque, and only weighs 2,600 pounds. Has a custom set of BC coilovers, has 2J Racing tune, 2J Racing front mount, all engine piping and exhaust. And my brother's gonna start the Juke for us just so we can hear it. If you guys haven't seen the Juke before, go back and watch some of the older videos. But she's a little loud for what she is. And that's Juke bait. Front wheel drive Army famous. Good old Juke bait. So next in the lineup, we'll transition right to the Hondas, is my actual daily driver that I built for up here. So this is Snow Bunny. This is our H22A blacktop EK with a M2Y4 5th gen Prelude transmission. It has a nitrous kit on it. It made 190 horsepower on the dyno all motor. It made 250 on the kit with the bottle pressure cold. Has Rev 9 coilovers, Circuit Motorsports wheels, Goodyear snow tires, full range vibrant exhaust. And this thing is actually probably like I said, besides the Juke, the car I drive the most and I have the most fun in. I love this thing. Sunroof, put the windows down, heat works, and just have fun blasting around town in this thing. And there's nothing better than the sound of VTEC in an H22. So next in the lineup is the 2001 Barn Yard Fine Integra GSR. So this is a all original. Besides the wheels, we have the original blades, leather GSR car. This thing is completely mint condition. It has one little spot that we need to get worked on for rust. Of course, like any other B series, it leaks oil, but it has a original VIN matching B18C1. Somebody did swap the intake manifold. It has a Skunk 2 Gen 1 intake manifold. It has a B16B throttle or a valve cover. I put a little intake on it. I put a header and an exhaust on it. But this thing is actually really fun to drive as well. Just like any other B series, of course, you get that little smoke. So now that we're showing you the two Hondas that run, we're going to show you the other two Hondas that are outside that don't run yet, and then we'll get into the shop. So if you guys have been following the channel, this is my Accord. So this is a 96 Honda Accord, JDM front, JDM rear, TE37s, function and form type 1s, Fat 4 customs, billet control arms, literally everything you can do. Has a Brit or Bride racing seat, depends on however you pronounce it. Has a full cage, has everything. And in the next couple of videos coming soon, she will be getting a K20A Type R out of a Euro R Accord. That is the next build coming up, so hope you guys are ready for that. And then last but not least, outside, this is our K20 Z3 BorgWarner S369 Integra that we're going to do a full Euro conversion on. It's going to have a Euro front end, Euro tail lights. It's basically going to look like a Euro Type R from the outside, and then have a K20 Z3 under the hood. So it has drag coilovers, K-tune traction bar, no cut shifter, pretty much everything you can throw at it. It's going to get a Hellcat pump with a relay, and it is also caged. The Accord is caged. Both of these cars can go, I believe, 950s with absolutely no problems. This car even has a parachute mount. So if we go out to an events and we're going to run, you know, fast cars or bigger, you know, events like that, this is probably the car you guys are going to see us in. We'll, you know, sticker it up and you guys will know it's us every time. But now let's get into the shop and show you the last three cars that we have on property. All right, start it up. Yeah, I don't think you're starting this one. So before we get into the garage, this is the parts EG. I literally purchased this thing just for the interior. So this thing is an EJ1, has sunroof car. It had a mint interior in it. So I stole this for the car I'm going to show you next, and that is our EJ2 sunroof roll-up window car. But we bought this thing just as a parts car, so I can get the interior out of it and any of the other little panels or brackets or anything I needed to make my car even better. So guys, this is our 95 Honda EG Coupe. It's a EJ2 car, like I said. It has roll-up windows, and as you can see, the interior is the one I stole out of the other car. The back seat is up right now because I was working on the Hellcat fuel pump swap. We need to relay it, and then here is the engine bay, which I've been working on for a while. Truck bed liner special, my favorite, because it keeps the sound down and it looks good no matter what. And if you get oil or grease or dirt on it, you can't even tell. So she is not the prettiest car, but she is a car and she will be running soon. And then the car that pretty much started the channel, this is the DA. It has a 13-to-1 compression B20 in it. It runs on 118 leaded gas. The cage work has begun. So here's the main hoop bar you can see in the car. Sooner or later this thing will have a full 8-point, so when we go to track events we can race and not get kicked out. So this thing has a full rye wire harness. It has max speeding rods, coilovers, has a B20 that was built by me, and then this one actually runs, so we're going to start it for you guys, hopefully. So guys, this is a 13-to-1 or 13.5-to-1 B20 out of a CRV. This is the original motor and transmission that came in the car. Now it has a set of Crowler 405s. It has dual valve springs retainers. It has a direct port 150 kit under the intake manifold, Victor X, 4-inch intake. It has a huge velocity stack down here. It has a 74mm throttle body. Has all the breather in the world. And like I said, once this thing is done with the cage, we're gonna get it on the dyno and we're gonna have fun with it. So, if you guys have made it to this point in the video, you're gonna get to see the car that we haven't shown anybody. So this is the Daily Driver project. This is a 1994 four-door GSR Integra. Yes, this is an actual GSR car. Four-door, cloth interior, no leather. You can see the cluster right there. 9,000 RPMs from the factory. The interior is pretty much mint. So we got this car when we went to look at some parts. Has factory floor mats and all. And you know we can't leave anything alone. It didn't have an engine in it when we got it. So it got a K24A2. It has a 6-speed LSD transmission from Canada out of an Acura CSX, which is basically like their Integra. This car will have power steering, AC, heat, and every option you can get. We're going to even try to make the cruise control and everything work. ABS, the whole 9 yards. It will be on K-Pro, and hopefully we can get it done pretty soon so that once it gets warm outside, we'll have another car that runs, drives, no issues, good gas mileage, and AC. So at this point, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If this is your first video you watch from YOSTBUILT, we have a dyno, we do tuning, we do Hondas, we do Dodges, we do Mega Squirt, Micro Squirts, Honda, of course, and we build pretty much everything. So you can go non-VTEC nitrous, VTEC boost, non-VTEC all motor, VTEC all motor, H22, K series, B series, and then we have turbo Dodges. Of course, we have dual cams, single cams. Then we have a Viper, which is the oddball, the Juke, another oddball, the Saturn, third oddball. So we just like to build stuff that's different, that's fun, and to show you guys that you can make power with anything if you put your mind to it, and then tune it ourselves in-house. Let's see if we can get this to focus. And good old DynoJet 2-wheel drive. So if you guys need any tuning or dyno time in central Pennsylvania, that's where we are located. You can inbox us on YOSTBUILT's Facebook page. And then me and my brother can both see it. If you guys didn't know, YOSTBUILT is not just me, it is me and my brother. This is all our personal stuff. We are not a public shop. We do help everybody out as much as we can. But of course, as you can see, we have tons of project cars. We have tons of things to do. And this will be the end of the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite car is. And from the Dollar General Adam LZ, hope you guys have a good day.